The lynx. No roar, no display. Short, precise bursts of power, perfected over millennia of evolution. Welcome to a journey into the world of the lynx. The lynx, a mid-sized predator of the northern hemisphere. From snow-covered boreal forests to arid semi-deserts, they survive on space. A territory can span dozens, even hundreds of square miles. A necessary expanse to secure a stable supply of prey. To the lynx, territory is energy, a chance to hunt, the means to endure a long, harsh winter. They mark boundaries with scent, claw marks, and their silent presence. Most conflicts end with a warning, because in the wild, an injury means a diminished power to hunt. Food is life. When prey numbers cycle, the territory's value soars, and compromise is rarely an option.
Hey!
The mating season brings a different pressure, a genetic imperative. Mature males push the boundaries, vying for the chance to pass on their lineage. In the calculus of evolution, reproductive success is the ultimate measure. Every encounter is a test of power and experience. The dominant male holds his ground. The challenger must withdraw. There is no malice, no emotion, only natural selection, where the fittest endure and the boundaries of survival are defended. In the deep woods, territories blur. The lines of survival are never truly drawn. A mother lynx with her vulnerable cubs. Then, a sudden encounter. A bear cub enters the frame. To the mother lynx, any threat is judged in a heartbeat. Protective instincts ignite. For a solitary hunter, her young are her entire legacy. A legacy that rarely survives its first year. But then, the mother bear emerges. In a titan like this, a mother's defense is absolute and unrelenting. The lynx understands the stakes, and a quiet retreat becomes the ultimate act of protection. In the wild, the mountain lion and the lynx share territory and prey. When conditions are harsh, every meal is precious energy. The mountain lion catches the scent of a fresh prize. It follows the trail. With overwhelming size and power, the larger predator has the advantage. In nature's economy, this is a seizure of opportunity, an efficient way to conserve energy. The confrontation is swift. the mismatch is clear. The lynx is outmatched, and in the wild, survival is more important than a meal. Retreat is the only option, but it is also the only way to endure. In a shared domain, the lynx and the coyote are bound to cross paths, especially where the hunt is rich. A stark difference in physique gives the lynx the upper hand. Solid muscle, sharp claws, and explosive reflexes give it the edge in close quarters. A swift strike. All it takes to assert the predator's dominance. The objective isn't the chase, it's about defending its territory. On the other side, the coyotes may have the numbers, yet before a full-grown lynx, they remain cautious. In the wild, knowing your limits is key to survival. And when the scales of power tip so clearly, the lesser contender will choose to withdraw. No drama, just a silent correction in the order of survival. The dynamic between the lynx and raccoon is about more than just size. The lynx is larger, an animal built for the chase, but the raccoon, while smaller, is incredibly agile and masters the art of defense. In the wild, every wound is a liability. For the lynx, a compromised hunt means the threat of starvation. Facing a larger foe, the raccoon holds the advantage, not through sheer power, but by forcing its opponent to weigh the cost. And so, the lynx withdraws, not because it is weaker, but because the price of the fight is one it cannot afford to pay. The lynx confronts the fox, not just for food, but for supremacy. They hunt the same prey. They share the same territory. The fox's presence is a direct threat to survival. With an edge in size and heightened senses, the lynx overpowers its rival at the first opportunity. As the fox becomes engrossed in foraging, its guard drops to its lowest level. And in that very moment, it slips into the sights of a predator. Chasing prey, the lynx can explode to speeds of 50 to 60 kilometers per hour, but only in short bursts. It's a strategy of explosive power, where energy must be deployed with precision. fox cannot compete on speed. Its cunning lies in mastering the terrain, memorizing every escape, finding every safe haven. Between speed and strategy, each chooses its own path to endure. The wolf breaks cover, seeking its daily meal, but its luck turns as it confronts the lynx, a solitary predator, swift and precise. In the wild, every encounter is a calculated risk. A minor injury could sideline a hunter for days. The moment of assessment passes, and the wolf chooses to avoid the conflict. The lynx is a predator of stalk and ambush. Its silence is absolute, making it nearly undetectable. The target could be a full-grown deer, a formidable challenge. Victory depends not on stamina, but on timing and precision. With a bite force estimated at 400 to 500 pounds per square inch, its skull and jaw are engineered to overpower larger targets when conditions are perfect. Sometimes the target is a fawn, an energy-efficient choice when the young is vulnerable. But the ecosystem is a realm of variables. The arrival of the mother can shatter every calculation. In the world of the lynx, success comes not from power alone, but from the ability to adapt when the game changes. Breeding season. The male mountain goats gather on the steep slopes, their attention fixed on the females. This focus on rivalry creates an unwitting opportunity for the lynx. With explosive speed, a stalker's strategy, and unmatched agility on treacherous terrain, the predator holds a clear advantage. And when the moment is right, the hunt concludes with a hard-earned prize. When food grows scarce, the lynx targets the mink. It chooses the ambush, the most energy-efficient strategy. With short bursts reaching over 30 miles per hour, it closes the distance with precision. In the wild, speed doesn't need to last. Timing is everything, and if successful, the prize is a vital meal in lean times. The rabbit, the chosen prey of the lynx. This relationship is no accident. It is the result of parallel adaptation, honed over generations. With acute hearing and a powerful sense of smell, the lynx can detect its familiar quarry, even when perfectly concealed. But winter changes the rules. The deep snow makes movement inefficient for many species. For the lynx, however, its large paws act as natural snowshoes, distributing weight, reducing its plunge, and preserving its advantage over its quarry. And it never gives up easily. Because in the wild, today's effort is tomorrow's survival. An adult rabbit can provide thousands of kilocalories, enough to sustain the lynx for several days, depending on the environment. It is the worthy reward for a flawless execution. The lynx is more than just a predator. It is the balancing force of the ecosystem. By managing the populations of rabbits and rodents, the lynx prevents the overgrowth that can devastate the landscape. Its very presence forces prey to move and scatter, an ecological ripple effect that keeps the environment stable. Where the lynx roams, the ecosystem thrives in health. Thank you for watching to the end. If you found this content helpful, please like and share so others can see it. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss our future videos.